Shalom, shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at GMS that rule and teach word and scripture, and salutations to the Akim that are doing this work in truth and faith and all sincerity. Let's see. So, Lucky, I just had something. Give me one moment. Let's see. This is something I just browsed against report. This is China. And nuclear war. Okay.
So this is Super Beats. What it's actually going to do is increase the amount of nitric oxide your body makes.
World War III begins. Nuclear threat from China. If Japan defends Taiwan.
Alright guys, what's going on? My name is Luis. Today is July 19, 2021, and welcome to the Grand Supreme News Channel. Before I start, guys, give this video a big thumbs up and share this video. We got some breaking news updates, and it says here, the Red Dragon threatens to nuke Japan. Now, I'm using code word, guys. You know this place is so notorious when it comes to taking out people. So, the Red Dragon threatens to nuke Japan if they intervene in Taiwan conflict. Well, if the Red Dragon does that, then they're going to get nuked by the Sleeping Giant. The Sleeping Giant is not going to just stand back and just watch some fireworks. So, it's all about Taiwan. It's always been about Taiwan. And Taiwan wants to become independent, wants to be a free nation. But they can't because you have this goofball, right? This man right here, that is basically, telling all nations, including ours, to back off. Mind your business. Taiwan belongs to us. And this and that, but Taiwan is like, look, we just want to be our own land. When they said that, his face lit up, turned red, just like this. It turned red and said, you guys are not going to become a country. No independence. You're under us. You take orders from me. You understand? Taiwan is like, no, that's it. No more. We want to live our own life. So stop bothering us. And, you guys already know when it comes to this dude right here.
As we know, China is on a campaign to regain its territory back. And so since Taiwan used to be a part of China's territory, China wants that back. There's a few other reasons, besides the obvious, that China wants Taiwan back. And basically the beast, and who's joined unto the beast is Japan and also Taiwan. And so this will get ugly real quick. Let's open up with this one verse. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 45, and it reads, okay, Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 45, therefore hear ye the counsel of the Most High that he hath taken against Babylon. And so, you know, for you new listeners out there, Babylon, okay, is a land. Babylon, you have two types of Babylons. You have Babylon, which is ancient Babylon, over there in the Middle East, and then you have Babylon the Great, or the daughter of Babylon, or Mystery Babylon, which is the Americas. All right, and so therefore hear ye the counsel of the Most High that he hath taken against Babylon, and its purpose that he hath proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Okay, the land of the Chaldeans, the old ancient Chaldeans, were of Hamitic stock. Okay, for you ones that don't know who Ham is the progenitor of the Africans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out, but we're talking now about the modern day Chaldeans, okay, which the witches and warlocks, okay, they're spiritual, the wicked spiritual advisors, all right, and you know, up to and including the fake Jews, the 1948ers. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. And so, who's going to draw them out? Okay. The 1948ers are going to draw them out. And coming along with the 1948ers that are drawing them out, okay, you have the beast shall hate the whore, and the whore is America. This beast is this power structure with these alliances of the different nations, such as China, such as Taiwan, Slovakia, such as Japan, such as Taiwan.
And his land, they want to take over the world. They think that the world, the moon belongs to them, the Mars and all that belongs to them. So, there's a lot of talks when it comes to nukes, and something we don't like to hear. But if this man is threatening Japan with nukes, it just, I know it's all talk, all bark but no bite.
They're gonna bite soon. All right, they gotta bite really soon. It says 200,000 arrows would destroy Babylon. Okay, those 200,000 arrows are nuclear missiles. Babylon is America. All right, so that you may know and understand. And so this place has no hope. Its only end is destruction and damnation. All right, to be no more in the eyes of the world, starting with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
I know that, guys, but again, we don't want to talk about nukes, because even the Bible says your tongue could be a weapon. So you got to be careful what you say, because it could lead to a huge problem.
I don't really listen to this guy. I know he's a Jake. He's pretty lost. And I just wanted to gain that one point about China. And I just had it, so Salakia, I just had the information and lost it just before the live stream. So, Lord willing, this I'll eventually find it.
Do you suffer from anxiety, feeling irritable or moody, forgetting little things, or feeling overwhelmed and isolated? Don't worry, we've all been there.
Asia is sliding into a dangerous arms race. This as smaller nations are building arsenals of advanced long-range missiles following heightened tensions between powerhouses China and the United States of America. Before the decade is out, Asia will be bristling with sophisticated missiles that fly farther, faster, and hit harder. This will be a stark and dangerous change from recent years. The race for advanced missile technology is being driven by security concerns over China and a desire to reduce their reliance on the United States. Analysts highlight the dangers that lie ahead. David Santoro, president of the Pacific Forum, says, quote, "Missile proliferation will fuel suspicions, trigger arms races, increase tensions, and ultimately cause crises and even wars," unquote. This graphic illustrates the range of missiles being developed by Asian nations. Chinese...
Pause that, I'm bring out a precept. This is Joel chapter 3 verse 9, and this is Joel chapter 3 verse 9, and it reads, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles." And so the Gentiles are these heathen nations, okay? Any nation, okay, that's outside of the nation of Israel. These are the Gentiles. Prepare war. Make up the mighty men. Wake up the mighty men. Okay, so the countries that has different types of mighty men, soldiers, okay, so on and so forth. And, as we can understand and know that the world has seen the rise and fall of all the nations, and in this perspective, also, the ones that got a second and a third shot, namely Esau, Edom. And so it says, "Prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of the war draw near, let them come up." So who is rising up these nations for war? It's the Most High, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai himself, that is doing it. He's putting the spirit amongst the minds of these people, among the Gentiles, to go to war. Israel don't own anything, so Israel can't go to war. And when I say Israel, I'm talking about the true biblical Israelites, namely the Negroes, Latinos, the Native Americans, the speckled bird, the ones that are scattered throughout all the other nations, but lineage goes back through the father's lineage, which are of the stock of Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Weapons can reach anywhere in the region. Others, like North Korea, South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, and Australia, are all developing or have developed missiles which may enable them to strike their neighbors. China is mass producing its DF-26 missile, also called the Carrier Killer. It has a range of 4,000 kilometers. The missile poses a threat to any Asian nation and is the first Chinese missile capable of striking US military bases in Guam. To counter China, US has developed the Long-Range Hypersonic Weapon, or LRHW, with a range of 2,775 kilometers.
2,775 kilometers. Let's do the math on that. Okay, this is going, if you look at it per hour, the conversion it's 4,465 miles. Oh, yeah, it goes to 4,465 point whatever miles per hour, and so these are fast nuclear weapons.
It can deliver a highly maneuverable warhead at more than 5 times the speed of sound. US Indo-Pacific Command also plans to deploy its new long-range weapons in highly survivable precision strike networks along the First Island chain, which includes Japan, Taiwan, and other Pacific islands, bringing the
Salaki, if my math isn't, absolute and correct, that was just a ballpark figure, but these missiles go fast.
The east coasts of China and Russia. China and the US possess missiles with the greatest range, but others aren't far behind. South Korea, North Korea, Japan, Taiwan, and Australia all have missiles that have a strike range between 800 and 2,000 kilometers. Some of America's allies are now developing their own arsenals to reduce the risk of supply chains being cut off in times of war. Australia will spend $100 billion over 20 years to develop advanced missiles. Japan has spent millions on long-range air-launched weapons. Tokyo is developing a new version of a truck-mounted anti-ship missile. The Type 12 has an expected range of 1,000 kilometers. But it is Taiwan which faces the greatest threat from Beijing. Xi Jinping has not ruled out the use of force option to unify Taiwan with the mainland. While Taiwan has not publicly announced a ballistic missile program, analysts say Taipei is developing cruise missiles such as the Yanfeng, which could strike as far as Beijing.
I don't know if you guys understand, but let's go into cruise. Let's go into the definition of a cruise missile. Cruise missile. Type of low-flying strategic guided missile. The German V-1 missile used in World War II was a persecutor of the cruise missile, which was developed by the United States and the Soviet Union in the 1960s and 70s. capable of carrying either a nuclear or conventional warhead, the cruise missile was designed to have a very low radar cross section and to hug the ground while traveling the ground while traveling at a relatively low speed to its target. 3 main versions of the cruise missile were being manufactured in the United States during the mid-1980s. All were single-stage turbofan jet-propelled missiles with a cruising speed of 885 kilometers per hour or 550 miles per hour and weighed from 1,200 to 1,800 kilograms, 2,700 to 3,900 pounds each. The missiles were guided by an internal navigation system that was updated during flight by a technique called TERCOM. Okay, and that's just giving you a little bit of what a cruise missile is. A cruise missile is a missile that you can strike your target at a relatively low altitude. And if they make these cruise missiles any stronger than what they are, they could potentially win the war, whatever war it is, because they're not going to be able to see it on radar from the sky. All right.
Taipei also has a stockpile of American short-range ballistic missiles. Under Kim Jong-un, North Korea has repeatedly displayed its missiles and has threatened to strike US bases in the Pacific if provoked. Pyongyang recently tested what appeared to be an improved version of its proven KM-23 missile with a 2.5-ton warhead, which put South Korea and Japan in its crosshairs. Other nations in South and Southeast Asia are also boosting their arsenals, making the entire region a powder keg.
하늘이 웃으시며 축복을 모르도록 국가 핵무력 완성과 키프 강국의 역사적 대업을 완성된 조치의 무기들 최첨단 핵 타격 수단들을 흡수히 갖춘 우리의 막강한 권력은 사국의 천만년 미니멈 경의하는 최고 사령관 동지.
This lesson was edifying, giving all praises to